Listen, if you are in crypto right now and you follow crypto influencers and you have your portfolio set up, or if you're just getting into crypto right now, you want to pay attention to this crypto narrative that's going to come. I'm not talking about gaming, I'm not talking about AI, I'm talking about a crypto narrative that everyone is missing, even the pros. So make sure you pay attention because I'm going to tell you what that narrative is, and we're starting right now.
Hey guys, I'm Britta Thans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Thans.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul, and if it's your first time on this channel is all about cryptocurrency and hairstyling advice. And if you don't recognize me, then I need to wear my glasses. Now you know who I am. So we have been talking about crypto for a while, and if you've been following the Crypto Factor, you know we called the top, we called the bottom of the previous cycle, the last cycle, and even the bottom of this cycle. And we even talked about AI before anybody else. We were early in AI. We talked about gaming. We even talked about the Bitcoin ecosystem. But a lot of people out there are going to miss the next narrative, the next crypto narrative. And we're actually good at spotting the next narrative, or at least spotting trends on this channel. And listen, let's be honest, if you are in crypto right now, you're probably set up and you will make money. Most of us here will make money as long as you don't forget to take profits and you're not all in on XRP. But if you are in crypto, then chances are you're gonna make good money or good gains in this bull market. But you may be missing something. You may be missing a narrative that no one's really talking about, or nobody's really talking about anymore. Yes, gaming is great. Yes, AI is great, and that's some of our biggest play in the Bitcoin ecosystem and Bitcoin itself. Amazing. But a lot of people have forgot all about the metaverse. Now, I know you're probably saying, Paul, but the actions on AI, the actions on gaming, yes, but gaming is also coming to the metaverse, it's also coming to VR, AR, and so on, and that's what I want to talk to you about here today. See, it's not just about Sand and Mana. There are other projects. I'm going to give you a project pretty soon in this video that you may want to get into, but you have to consider Sand and Mana. Sooner or later, they're going to run. The narrative will come back, the excitement will come back, and they're going to run. Why are they going to run? Very simple. Competition. See, once the ball starts rolling, let's say a company gets into Sand. We've seen companies get into metaverse in the last bull market. Some got into Sand, some got into Mana. But what happens is, while big brands, Nike, Under Armour, so on, let's say they get into Sand. Well, then other brands, other clothing brands, as this example, will also want to get in. Whether they think it's going to make money or not, they can't afford not to get in. Let me explain. If Under Armour, for example, spends $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $50 million, I don't know what, and let's say they release their brand on Sand, other companies can't afford not to join or not to also get in because of market share. What if Under Armour was right? They will take market share. So they can't afford. They would rather lose at 1 million, 5 million, 50 million, whatever they're going to invest, and it coming out of their expenses rather than miss the run. And we've seen this happen. This is how companies work. You have to understand this. Now, let's say a big brand joins Sand. They understand that they have to build the narrative and support it. So they're going to be doing media presses, press releases, and so on. They will be doing marketing. So people will hear about Sand. Then other companies will also come to Sand. But guess what? What if another one goes to Mana? Now, let's say that's a competing brand. Well, now Under Armour, or whatever brand I was using as an example, I can't even remember, will also have to go to Mana just in case, or they're gonna be fighting for these two coins. So these two coins will be gaining momentum. They will be making their own marketing, of course, as more people hear about it, but also brands will also talk about it. Even if it's just for PR, even if it's just a speculation, they're gonna use that hype. And what does that hype do? Hype people to come into these projects. And Metaverse will make a comeback, and it's when nobody's really expecting it. You're not hearing anybody talk about it. And that's what we want to do. We want to get into projects or into narratives before everybody else gets into projects and gets into narratives. Does that make sense? So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is watch Mana, watch Sand, put them into your watch list, and also it may be worth getting into some projects early before they launch. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Fivescape. Now, Fivescape is actually targeting VR games, VR movies, VR education, as well as VR devices. And yes, they are in pre-sale right now, but we'll talk about this a little more later on. So Fivescape is in that metaverse, but also VR and AR realm, if you will. And they've already released a game, by the way. We're going to be talking about this as well in just a second. But what they want to do is not only offer you an experience which is now available in MetaQuest on Meta, but also they want you to enter a realm of heightened experiences, as they say, with a VR Ultra headset featuring high-resolution visuals, ergonomic comfort, precise motion tracking, and more. They also have a VR chair, if you will, which you can also use. The Swiftscape VR chair, as you can see here. I'm not sure if this is available yet, by the way. We'll check it out later on. But they also have a token, a crypto token, for rewards and traditional staking as you know it. Now, do you need crypto to do VR and to do AR? That's another debate. People will probably buy this on hype alone, and maybe it's worth getting in. Let me tell you what my thoughts are, show you a few things on their website, then we'll tackle if you should get in or not. Moving down, you can actually see Fivescape's tokenomics here, and you can also see that they are actually at events showing off their project or showcasing their project. Showing off, showcasing, same thing, I guess. And this was at the Gaming Expo in Delhi, India on the 17th and 19th of January 2024. So you can actually look this up, do a Google search, see if they were actually there and verify this. That's basically what I would do if I was you. Then you have their team over here. You can actually see their doxed team. Of course, you would need to go to LinkedIn, for example, see if these profiles are real. I'm not signed in on this computer, so we're not going to be doing that right now. And then you can see popular questions and answers. And this is, for me, where you can learn most about the project, because from these answers over here, you can have an understanding of what the project is, if it's just fluff, or if they're actually onto something. So what is Fivescape? I was calling it Fivescape so far. It's Fivescape. But what is Fivescape project aiming to achieve? So basically what they're trying to do is create a comprehensive VR and AR ecosystem encompassing hardware, software, and content. So basically this all kind of concludes to Metaverse. This is a Metaverse play, if you will. And they want to provide a seamless integration between these elements and foster a community-driven platform for the future of immersive reality. So what does this tell me right now? This tells me that they have a vision, they have a dream, and this is something that may actually happen, but it's difficult. It's a difficult market to achieve in, but if you want to invest early, if you want to actually make money or make profits, then you kind of need to make moves like this, and I'll explain later exactly what I mean and what I would personally do. What type of content is Fivescape planning on its platform? It's basically focused on VR games, but the project will also encompass other forms of VR and AR content, such as educational experiences, social applications, and creative tools. And I really see a time where what we're doing right now on YouTube will be interactive. It can be through the metaverse. We get to talk to each other, meet each other. It would actually be very cool. I know I'm going a little bit off scenario here or in a different direction, but just imagine in 5-10 years from now, we can actually be sitting face to face, interacting with each other. So if you happen to be a blonde and you like guys with no hair, I'm looking forward to it. Now this is important. What is the role of the Fivescape token in the Fifthscape project? Okay, so it's called Fifthscape, but the token's called Fivescape. So glad we saw that. Well, the Fivescape token is the utility token within the ecosystem as it grants access to premium VR content. For example, that meeting with a blonde earlier, that's probably... Anyway. It also provides voting rights and potential staking opportunities for holders. So they're probably going to introduce staking here for holders in the future with some sort of benefits. When is the launch? Well, right now it's in pre-sale and a definitive launch date is unavailable. And this I don't really like. I like it when a project has a launch date. You can't be in pre-sale forever. This may be a red flag for me. What if it's in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? That money, that investment could be used somewhere else. So that's a bit of an opportunity cost involved, because that can make you something more somewhere else. And I really don't like this answer. I'm going to be honest with you about that. And of course, what are the use cases for holding the Fivescape token? You can have access to premium VR content. You can play to earn, which is actually pretty cool and is in fashion right now. And there will be staking opportunities. And let's be honest here, most people want to hold the Fivescape token for it to go up. You want to make profits from this, yes? I mean, let's face it, you invest early, you take the risk so that you can make profits or potential profits once this comes out. And there is that potential on the table, just as there's potential that this project may just not do what it wants to do. Not because it might scam you, not because anything, but it's a risk. But big risk, big rewards. No risk, no champagne, as my Russian friend used to say. You can join their global community here. They have 9,569 members on X. I actually like this. This actually looks realistic to me. I hate when projects come out and they have like 100,000, 500,000 followers on X all of a sudden. That for me is BS. So I like that the number is actually achievable here. They have 1,080 members on YouTube, which is also feasible. This is easy to verify, by the way. You should go check these out. 16,500 members on Telegram and 5,489 members on Discord. And here you can see their latest tweets. Now, the one I want you to pay attention to is this one right here. Step into the octagon with Fifthscape's MMA cage contest. So you can actually get into an MMA in the metaverse. Maybe fight BitBoy or someone else you don't like. So here is Cage Conquest on Meta right here, and you can actually buy this. You can actually buy this game right now, even buy it for a friend. And as you can see from the description, it's an MMA Cage Conquest. Let's watch the video, see what it's like. See how after the fight he thinks about it and just puts the headpiece back on? That has to do with the blonde girl I was talking about earlier. Okay, so there's a couple of things you want to do here. Number one, there's a 100,000 giveaway right now, which is live. You might want to participate in this, so check this out. Number two, what you want to pay attention to is that the listing price is going to be 0.01 cents. But right now, you can get the token at 0.00376 if you want to take the risk and get into this project early. Of course, you can check out their audit here, the KYC, and their documents, as well as their white paper over here, which I urge you to go through and also do your own research for this project. So as you can see, their pre-sale is now live. They've raised already just over 6.5 million over here, and their target is 7.5 million. Will they launch after this? We don't know. They don't have a definite date. They could have said they would launch once they get the funds. That's something I don't really like. But again, this is a risk play, and this is how I would do. This is what I would do. As you know, I have my crypto portfolio. I have my high caps, mid caps, and low caps, but I also have some money for some risk plays to get in early into certain projects. And this one may be one of them. Why? Because it's metaverse, it's AR, and whether or not they do this, as long as they actually release the project, right? Or as long as they actually release this to the market that you can actually have the token, it may be worth it because even just by hype alone, with the narrative hits, this could do extremely well. And I already know they're reaching out for influencer marketing and marketing in general. Otherwise, they wouldn't have reached out to me, which is a good play. It means they care about their project and want to make money. They're paying for marketing. That's actually a good thing. I don't trust projects that can't pay for marketing before they launched. It just doesn't make sense to me. So check this out, see if it's for you. You can actually chat to them over here. You can ask their questions. Apparently not right now because their agents are busy, probably playing Cage Conquest or something. But yeah, generally speaking, make sure you check out the project, see if it's for you, and see if you want to have it as part of your portfolio. Watch this video right here next. You don't want to miss this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.